What's your story? 1. Grammar information questions, vocabulary all about adjectives. Everyday English making the right noises. Reading the Angulo brothers, listening my closest relative, writing describing a person. The story of your past doesn't have to become the story of your life. Single quote. Luminita Savic. 1. Look at the photos. What stages in life do they represent? 2. Read the quote. Why is the story of someone's past often the story of their lives? How can people stop this happening? Question mark. Watch the video introduction. Use your workbook for self-study. Go online for more practice and to check your progress. 9. Starter. Grammar. Information questions. 11.1 Read about and listen to Erica. Hi, I'm Erica Nordstrom. I'm Swedish. I live in Malmö in the south of Sweden. I'm a product quality manager for IKEA. My boyfriend, Lars, works as a security officer on the Öresund Bridge. We're both keen ice hockey players. We play for a local team, but last month I fell and twisted my ankle, so there's no hockey for me for a while. 2. Give some similar information about yourself to a partner. All about you. 1. Match a question with an answer. Describing people questions. 1. What does she do? Dash. 2. How old is she? 3. What's she like? 4. What does she look like? 5. Who does she look like? 6. What color eyes has she got? 7. How tall is she? 8. What kind of clothes does she wear? 9. What does she like doing? 10. How is she? Answers. A. She's really nice. Very easy going. B. She's quite tall with long, blonde, wavy hair. C. She plays ice hockey and also goes jogging. D. 1 meter, 73. E. She's in her early 20s. F. She's fine. Her ankle's healing well. G. She's a product quality manager for IKEA. H. Greenish brown. I. Smart, casual and stylish. J. She's the image of her dad. 1.2 Listen and check. Work with a partner. Practice the questions and answers. Cover one column, then the other. 2. Ask and answer the same questions about a relative. What's your brother like? He's a great guy. He's always joking. You'd like him. You can use the ideas in the box to help. Good fun, very sociable, quite dark. Moody. Short. Straight, curly. A bit shy. Quite good looking, of medium height, about 1 meter 70, in his mid-30s. Öresund Bridge. 3. Read the questions about Erica's home. Underline the correct answer. Describing places. 1. What's your apartment like? I like it a lot. It's modern and very comfortable. 2. How big is it? Yes, it's pretty big. About 90 square meters. 3. How many bedrooms are there? 2 doubles and a single. I1 has an ensuite shower. 4. What size is the kitchen? It's a kitchen diner. 4 meters by 2. 5. Which floor is it on? Wooden. The 4th floor. 6. Which part of town is it in? It's north of the river. It's near a bus stop. 7. How far is it to your work? Just a 5-minute cycle ride. I always go by bus. 1.3 Listen and check. Practice the questions and answers with a partner. 4. Ask and answer questions about where you live. You can use the ideas in the box to help. What's your flat, house like? It's quite small, but it's got ... in a modern block. A great view of ... enormous. Noisy, a balcony ground floor. In a quiet, tree-lined road, a tiny garden needs decorating. 5. Complete the questions about Erica's new MacBook with a word from below. Long make for much, how, way, whose size. Describing things. 1. What make is it? It's a MacBook. 2. What's this button? 3. How. 4. How much does it? 5. What? 6. How. 7. 8. Question mark. It turns it on. Is the battery life? About 9 hours. Question mark. It's really light, 0.9 kilograms. Is it? It's got a 12-inch screen and it's very slim. Memory has it got? 16 gigabytes. Fast is it? It's much faster than my PC. Is it? It's mine. 1.4 Listen and check. Practice the questions and answers. 6 Ask and answer similar questions about your laptop, phone, tablet. What make is it? It's a Samsung. Grammar spot. 1 What, which, and whose can be followed by a noun. What color, which floor? Dot. Question mark. Whose bag is this? Find more examples on these pages. 2 How can be followed by an adjective or an adverb. How tall, far. Dot. Question mark. Find examples on these pages. 3 Match a question and an answer. What's he like? Very well, thanks. How is he? Very nice. He's good to talk to. Grammar reference 1.1 to 1.2. Practice. Question words. P141. Write 1 question for these situations. 1 Do you go to the gym every day? Every week? Once a fortnight? How often do you go to the gym? 2 Do you take size 40 shoes? Size 42? Size 44? 3 Is your house 10 meters from the beach? 100 meters? 1 kilometer? 4 Is your car an Audi? A BMW? A Toyota? 5 Do you like pasta? Hamburgers? Spicy food? 6 For your sandwich, would you like white? Brown? Wholemeal? A roll? 7 Do 2 of you want coffee? 4 of you? All of you? 8 Would you prefer a vanilla ice cream? Strawberry? Chocolate? 9 Is that Sam's bag? Susie's? Your own? 10 Do you go left or right for the city center? Or straight on? 1.5 Listen and check. Practice the questions with a partner and give an answer. Go online for more grammar practice. Vocabulary and speaking all about adjectives. 1 Read the advertisements. What are they for? Underline all the adjectives. Looking for love. Ad. Good-looking, hard-working marketing executive, early 30s, tired of life alone, seeks interesting. Well-dressed lady to share delicious meals and thrilling evenings. 18. For sale. Ed and ing adjectives. 5 How do these words end in the adverts? Interest, tire, thrill, charm. Complete the sentences with one of these adjectives in the correct form. Disappoint, exhaust. Bore. Astonish, relax. Shock. Excite. Thrill. A much-loved, second-hand Robin Reliant 3-wheeler. Only £1,150. Low mileage. Good condition. Perfect for eccentric car lovers. Telephone. 07405498142 for more details. For sale, cozy, old-fashioned 2-bedroom cottage on edge of charming village, with mature garden. Stunning views of Malvern Hills. Within walking distance of shops and pub. Adjectives and nouns that go together. Some adjectives and nouns often go together. Wavy hair, stylish clothes, delicious meals. Work with a partner. Match an adjective and a noun. Sometimes more than one is possible. Adjective. Cozy. Fresh. Cloudy. Crowded. Latest. Noun, job. Mature. Relative, room, fashions, city, food. Garden, views. Sky. Close match, cottage. Vegetables. Thrilling, cosmopolitan, spicy, stunning, challenging. Compound adjectives. 3 Good-looking and hardworking are compound adjectives. Find 4 more in the adverts in 1. With your partner, match words from A and B to make more compounds. Ed. Ing. 1 I find having a massage is really. 2 Our holiday was. It rained a lot. 3 The journey was so tiring. I was. When we finally arrived. 4. The interview went really badly, so I was to hear that I'd got the job. 5. The lesson was so students fell asleep. 6. I was really that sum at the price of a ticket for the match. It was so expensive. 7. The game was absolutely from start to finish. My team scored the winning goal in the final seconds. My favorite things. 61.6. Listen to Tom talking to Sally about his favorite things. What do you learn about them? Tom's favorite things: Griff, New York, Michael, Jordan's. 7. Work with a partner. Write down the names of the following: ship in a bottle. Black circle a relative, friend, or colleague who is important to you. Black circle a city, town, or village that you love. Black circle a restaurant where you had a memorable meal. Black circle a treasured possession, something you would save if your house was on fire. Show the names to your partner. Ask and answer questions to find out more. A. B. Well. X2. Brand. Full. Who is Ricardo? Bad. Aged, behaved, made sick. Tempered, new time. Middle. Home. X2. 4. Think of nouns to go with the adjectives. Can you think of an opposite? Well-behaved children, badly behaved children. Where is the restaurant? Why is he important to you? Tell the class what you learned about your partner. A personality quiz. 8. Look quickly at the word puzzle. Find 4 adjectives. Do they really describe you? Tell the class. What are you like? The first 4 words you see describe you. OPKSHYG. NHSYRDFFRIENDLYNDIU. BNSHHARDWORKINGHJRFLLAZYZ. ARMISTICIGHPNDYMMRYCHERMISKJVFTIAUDEMEANSCEFPIMSQUNPATIMSQUMEATIMEFULT. XCEASYGOINGVBNGDTOTUIGENERAUUSZUJJHAPPYLLOLKJUNBPASSIONATEMNCHYDLBBWASCREATEIAFPOKTHEATHERELIABLEABLEABLEABLEABLEABLE. DEWRERIVQWNAIVEGKL. DYTHVSOLSENSITIVEBREFT. 9. Do the quiz and find out what kind of person you really are. Write Y for yes, N for no, and S for sometimes. Go through your answers with a partner. Are you similar or different? What kind of person are you? 1. Are you usually smiling and happy? 2. Do you enjoy the company of other people? 3. Do you find it difficult to meet new people? 4. Do you have definite plans for your future career? 5. Does your mood change often and suddenly for no reason? 6. Do you notice other people's feelings? 7. Do you think the future will be good? 8. Can your friends depend on you? 9. Is your room often messy? 10. Do you get annoyed when you have to wait for anyone or anything? 11. Do you find reasons to do tomorrow things you should do today? Quiz. 10. Match the adjectives below with the questions in the quiz. Which describe you and your partner? Describe your partner to the class. 8. Reliable, lazy, moody, generous, cheerful, easygoing, talkative, hardworking, untidy, optimistic, shy, reserved, impatient, sociable, ambitious, sensitive. What are the opposites of the adjectives? reliable, unreliable, moody, easygoing. 111.7 Listen to 5 people. After each, say which adjectives or opposites from 10 describe the people. 12. Do you always work hard? 13. Do you keep your feelings and ideas to yourself? 14. Do you often give presents? 15. Do you talk a lot? 16. Are you usually calm and not worried by things? Reading and speaking, what's their story? 1. Look at the photographs of the Angulo brothers and read the title and subheading. Why are they weird? Describe what they look like. What age and nationality do you think they are? What kind of films do you think influence the way they look? Why do you think they are called the Wolf Pack? 21.8 Read and listen to the first part of the article. Answer the questions. 1. Who are the other members of the family? What do you learn about them? 2. Explain this sentence. Watching films wasn't just an escape from the outside world, it was their world. 3. Which film tells the story of their lives? 4. What or who do these adjectives refer to? Astonishing, cool, dark, eccentric, messy, overcrowded, reclusive, thrilling, tyrannical. 3. Read the rest of the article. Are these statements about the family's story true? Check mark. Or false? X. Question mark. Correct the false ones. 1. The parents, Oscar and Suzanne, are American. 2. They met in New York, where Oscar worked as a musician. 3. Oscar didn't have a job. He just looked after his family. 4. The boys learned only negative things about life from the films. 5. From a very young age, they worried about being different from other people. 6. Mukunda escaped from the apartment in a frightening disguise. 7. Crystal Moselle heard about the boys, so she wanted to make a film about them. 8. Their lives are much more normal now. What do you think? Why do you think Oscar raised his sons the way he did? Do you think the boys suffered as a result of their upbringing? Can you think of any advantages? Why do you think the youngest boys have changed their names? How does this connect with the quote on P9? How do you think their upbringing will influence the way they bring up their children if they have them? Watch a video about Nick Bruckman's story. The Angulo brothers. The weirdest brothers in the world. Imprisoned for years by their father in a tiny Manhattan apartment in New York, their only contact with the world was watching films. Now they're in one. Dressed in dark glasses, white shirts, black suits, and black ties, just like the robbers in Quentin Tarantino's thrilling movie Reservoir Dogs. They seem like any group of teenagers trying to look cool. But there is an astonishing reason why the 6 Angulo brothers try so hard to imitate their favorite film stars. For the Angulos, for 14 years, watching films wasn't just an escape from the outside world, it was their world. The 6 boys and their elder sister were imprisoned in an overcrowded, messy flat by an eccentric and tyrannical father who wanted to keep them from the horrors of modern life in New York. Homeschooled by their mother Suzanne, the family was so reclusive that many neighbors didn't even know they were there. Once, we didn't leave the apartment for a whole year, says Govinda. Once, we didn't leave the apartment for a whole year. Single quote. However, the children were not completely cut off from the outside world. Their father had a collection of 5,000 DVDs and videos, and the children watched these films time and time again. Now their story, which is stranger than any film, is told in a documentary film called The Wolf Pack. The Wolf Pack. In London. Eddie, Mukunda, Govinda, Narayana. Sundance. The Wolf Pack. A film by Crystal Moselle. Salutement. Hvoinkherit. The 6 Angulo brothers. Bhagavan, Govinda, Narayana, Mukunda, Krishna, and Jagadesh. Their story. He family's extraordinary story began in the late American hippie, met Oscar Angulo, a Peruvian tour guide and musician, on a trail to the majestic Machu Picchu ruins. They fell in love and moved to the US, finally to New York, where they started a family. Oscar, terrified that his children would fall into a life of drugs and crime, locked the front door and kept the key. The family lived on welfare money and only Oscar went out, usually for food or to collect new films for his children. The boys say they learned a lot about life from these films. We learned about the importance of family from films such as The Godfather, says Govinda. The films taught us that people are complex and flawed, says Narayana. But there is so much beauty in the world. It was only when we got to our teens that we started to realize we were living a very different life to other people, Mukunda says. We began to get more curious. One morning, I simply woke up and decided to go out while my dad was getting groceries. Single quote. Wearing a scary homemade mask, modeled on the one worn by the killer in the horror film Halloween, the 15-year-old escaped onto the city streets. Shocked by his appearance, a shopkeeper called the police, but Mukunda refused to answer their questions. The police took him to a hospital, where he stayed for a week before being returned home. I told Dad things were going to be different, says Mukunda. He was angry, but he accepted it. Single quote. Dressed in their Reservoir Dogs look, all six began to go out on their own. It was on such a trip that they met documentary filmmaker. We learned about the importance of family from Crystal Moselle. We're not supposed to talk to strangers, they told her, shyly, when she tried to talk to them. However, they grew to trust her because of their shared love of films. Eventually, Crystal uncovered their incredible story and the boys, seeing it as a way to get jobs in the film industry, agreed to work with her to make a documentary. Films such as The Godfather. I felt I had discovered a lost tribe, she says. A producer friend named them the Wolf Pack. Nowadays, the boys are living much more in the real world. They have friends and one has a girlfriend. Most have jobs, 3 of them in the film industry. The 2 youngest have changed their names to Eddie and Glenn and want to be rock musicians. Listening and speaking my closest relative. One discussed the statements in small groups. Are they true for your family? Mothers feel closer to their sons. Black circle fathers feel closer to their daughters. The firstborn child is ambitious, responsible, dominant, and insecure. The second child is free, independent, creative, and easygoing. The last-born child is the baby, spoiled, happy, confident, and secure. 21.9 Listen to 4 people talking about who they feel closest to in their family. Complete the chart with the relationship and then and X. I feel closest to... She, he's like me. Tess. Simon Ellie. My sister X. Nick. He, she is different. We have common interests. She, he gets on well with people. Is the relationship always good? 31.9 Listen again. After each person explain your answers in the chart. 4 Who said these phrases? About who? What do they mean? 1 We don't really see eye to eye about anything. Single quote. 2 She drives me crazy sometimes. 3 We have our ups and downs. 4 Those 2 often fight like cat and dog. Spoken English adding emphasis. 1 We can change the order of words in a sentence to add emphasis. What is the normal word order for these sentences? 1 My dad I don't really get on with. 2 He's young at heart, my granddad. 3 She's pretty cool, my mum. 2 Notice how these sentences add emphasis. Me, I'm just her boring baby sister. Chris, he's like my dad. One thing I love about her is her sunny personality. What I like best about her is the way she's so honest about herself. What I like about him is that we have the same interests. 3 Use the phrases in 2 to emphasize what you like about. 1 Jim. His sense of humor. That he makes me laugh. 2 Tina. Her kindness. The way she never forgets my birthday. Talking about you. Who do you feel closest to in your family? Why? Are there any relatives you are not close to? Why? Are there ever any family arguments? Between who? About what? Everyday English. Making the right noises. 1. Look at the photo. Why do you think they are laughing? 2. Look at the words in the charts. They are all possible responses in conversation. What do they express? Write in the correct heading. Agreement. Sympathy, pleasure, black circle, surprise. How fantastic. Lovely. Brilliant. Absolutely. Of course. Fine. Definitely. Fair enough. Okay. That's great. Congratulations. Good for you. That's amazing. You didn't? You're kidding. Really? You did what? Did you? That's a shame. Oh dear. That's too bad. Bad luck. How awful. What a pity. 31.10 The stress and intonation in phrases like these are often quite exaggerated. Listen and repeat them with a wide voice range. 41.11 Listen to the conversation and complete B's responses. Practice with a partner. What other responses from 2 are suitable? 1A My grandfather hasn't been too well lately. B. 2A He's 79, but he's always on the go. Don't you think at his age he should slow down a bit? B. 3A But he won't listen to me. He says he wants to enjoy his life to the full. B. 4A Last summer, he went on a 2-week cycling holiday in France. B. 5A We're going to give him a big party for his 80th birthday. B. 6A But before that I'm going to have a word with him and tell him to take things easy. B. 5 Read the lines of conversation. Write in a suitable response. There are sometimes several possibilities. Then practice the conversations with a partner. 1A I just had a weekend in Paris with my boyfriend. B. Opening parenthesis. Surprise. Opening parenthesis. Pleasure. Opening parenthesis. Pleasure. 2A Will spaghetti bolognese be okay for dinner? B. Opening parenthesis. Agreement. 3A My flight was cancelled because of a pilot's strike. B. Opening parenthesis. Sympathy. 4A I failed my driving test again. B. Opening parenthesis. Surprise. 5A We're expecting a baby. B. Opening parenthesis. Surprise. 6A So you think I should get a new job? B. Opening parenthesis. Agreement. Opening parenthesis. Sympathy. Opening parenthesis. Sympathy. Opening parenthesis. Pleasure. 7A I told him I never wanted to see him again. B. Opening parenthesis. Surprise. 1.12 Listen and compare your answers. Opening square bracket. Sympathy. 6 These are B's further comments. Match them with the lines 1 to 7. A better luck next time. B. When is it due? C. It's time to move on. D. I always thought the two of you were so good together. E. Will you get your money back? F. It's one of my favorites. G. What was the weather like? 1.13 Listen, check and compare. Practice the conversations again. 7 Work with a partner. Have a conversation about a good or bad day you have had recently. React as you listen and talk. Last Sunday was the worst day of my life. Oh dear. What happened? Go online for more speaking practice. Well. Writing describing a person, facts and opinions. 1 Think of someone in your family and write 3 sentences about them. Read your sentences aloud to the rest of the class. 2 Work with a partner. Which relative did you choose? Why did you choose that person? Did you write about their character, their appearance, or both? 3. Read the description of Crazy Uncle Joe. Which sentence describes the writer's opinion of him? The writer likes Uncle Joe, but is critical of his way of life. The writer admires everything about Uncle Joe. 4. The text consists of factual description and personal opinions. Work with a partner and read through the text again. Underline like this: what is factual, and like this: what is personal opinion. 5. Find words and lines which describe ... Black circle his physical appearance. Black circle his character. Black circle his past life. Black circle his current lifestyle. 6. Find the following words: much, line 2. Such, line 4. Completely, line 11. Absolutely, line 13. Really, line 14. Quite, line 14. Particularly, line 16. Extremely, line 19. How do they qualify the meaning of the adjectives which follow them? 7. Write a similar description of a member of your family in about 200 words. Include the following: black circle your relation to him, her. Black circle your opinion of him, her. Black circle a little about his, her past life. Black circle physical description. Black circle his, her character. Black circle his, her current lifestyle. My crazy Uncle Joe. Of all my relatives, I like my Uncle Joe the best. He's my mother's much younger brother. He was only 9 when I was born, so he's been more like a big brother to me than an uncle. He is in his mid-20s now and he is always such good fun to be with. He studied at a drama school in Liverpool, and then he moved to London a year ago to try his luck in the theatre. He shares a flat with 3 other would-be actors and he works as a waiter and a part-time DJ. He's passionate about his music. It's called house music, and it's a kind of electronic dance music. When he DJs, he goes completely wild, waving his arms and yelling at the crowds. Everybody catches his enthusiasm. He's absolutely brilliant, and I'm proud that he's my uncle. Also, I think he is really good looking. He's quite tall with 15 sandy-colored hair and twinkly, dark brown eyes. He's had lots of girlfriends, but I don't think there is anyone particularly special at the moment. He has a great relationship with his flatmates. They are always laughing and joking together. He knows how to have fun, but he's also an extremely caring 20 person. I can talk to him about all kinds of problems that I could not discuss with my parents. He's very understanding of someone my age. He works hard and he plays hard. He's had lots of auditions for various theatrical roles. He hasn't had much luck yet, 25, but I'm sure that one day he'll be a highly successful actor. I think he's really talented, but he says he doesn't want to be rich or famous. He just wants to prove to himself that he's a good actor. Hi all you readers. I want nice, interesting females to me. I like most kinds: sea ice, especially Shamgran, Bob Martin and O King. Chocolate tea, Paul Welch, kept right to Steve, horror films, and going to K Head Road. Go online for more writing practice.